I'm from the ex-Muslims in North America. I am actually the founder and president. We run support groups around the country for ex-Muslims that have left, basically people that have left Islam. We are one of the minor sponsors for the recent rally, and we've been a part of organizing it. So we're hoping that a lot more ex-Muslims hear about the fact that there are other people leaving. One of the biggest issues people have is they leave and they're afraid, so they don't talk to anyone. And we're trying to change that by building communities.
And how are you involved in the recent rally?
One of our board members is also on the board of recent rally. We're helping organize it. We're also a minor sponsor.
Great. Thank you very much.
Kill them all and let CBN sort them out. In a news story which seems to be getting play only on Christian websites, it is being reported that 50 Christians have been martyred by Islamist jihadists in the predominantly Christian nation of the Democratic Republic of the Congo in the month of May alone. The report, which originated with the Christian Broadcasting Network, suggests that the group Muslim Defense International has stepped up efforts to intentionally target Christians, specifically because of their faith. To support this assertion, the report notes that on May 6, terrorists attacked and killed 13 people, 2 of whom were members of the Church on the Rock mission. While any killing for any reason is repugnant, it seems somewhat spurious to suggest that those 2 individuals were martyred while the other 11 victims were simply ancillary. We at the Infidel are reminded that in 2013, the BBC issued a report which discredited claims of Christian martyrdom in the Democratic Republic of Congo, considering that the nation has been involved in an ongoing de facto civil war since 1964. Cardinal Virtue. When Cardinal Robert Sarah, a Catholic Church leader from the African nation of Guinea, who holds the position of prefect for the Congregation of Divine Worship and the Sacraments, delivered the keynote address at the recent National Catholic Prayer Breakfast in Washington, D.C., he parroted several right-wing talking points. He opined that, quote, "In the name of tolerance, the Church's teachings on marriage, sexuality, and the human person are dismantled," end quote. In the written version of the speech, the word tolerance is enclosed in quotes. The speech continues, quote, "The legalization of same-sex marriage, the obligation to accept contraception within healthcare programs, and even bathroom bills that allow men to use the women's restrooms and locker rooms," end quote. His tirade continues using such terms as, quote, "demonic gender ideology," and, quote, "the liquidation and the eclipse of God," end quotes. In his final call to action, the Cardinal lays out a 3-part agenda for those who wish to undermine the advances made by the LGBTQ community. Those 3 tiers are to be prophetic, to be faithful, and to pray. So in other words, to do nothing. Render unto Jensen. 79-year-old Peter Christian Jensen IV of Athol, Idaho, does not believe in the legal jurisdiction of the Department of Motor Vehicles. An avowed member of the Sovereign Citizens movement, Jensen believes that the laws of God and Moses supersede all laws put forth by mere men, and he therefore does not owe the $221 filing fees, nor is he required to purchase insurance, 2 issues over which the government suspended his driving privileges. Apparently oblivious to the irony of a man who claims not to recognize the authority of the courts actually petitioning the courts he doesn't believe in for help, Jensen has filed a lawsuit against Idaho Transportation Department employee Edward Premble, the individual who notified Jensen that his license was suspended. In his notice and demand letter sent prior to the lawsuit filing, Jensen wrote that Premble, quote, "does not have the authority to govern the actions of a natural person," end quote. Jensen continues, quote, "There is no provision under law whereby Premble can subject a natural person to the codes and statutes of a fictitious entity," end quote. Apparently the fact that the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke all agree that Jesus said to render unto Caesar doesn't count as biblical law to Jensen. In his lawsuit, Jensen is seeking $6,689,940 in damages payable in gold or silver. Should Jensen be unable to raise those funds, Jensen graciously agrees to allow him to forfeit his assets and work along with his heirs in servitude until Pemble's debt to him is paid in full.